Alright guys, welcome back to another set review. I'm Ben, and today we're going to be doing set number 75387-1, boarding the Tantive IV. As you can see, we've got this great hallway diorama scene with a huge number of minifigures. And I'm going to be grading it off of design, play features, interior, its minifigures, and the cost. Getting right into it, we can see that this design looks like a hallway, looks like the Tantive IV hallway. It's really good. If you've seen the movie clips from Star Wars Episode 4 and at the end of Rogue One, I know he's not in the Tantive IV, but it's still a really great scene. But if you've seen either of those clips, you know that this is the hallway that you're talking about. There's no doubt about it. From the front side. From the back side, you've got all these jumbled assortment of tons of different colors of bricks, which, you use to make that like detailing in these parts over here. And you've got this long Technic pin and this not really good looking, area right here. So on the back side, not good. The only good thing, or the good thing about that is it's not supposed to look good from the back side. It's supposed to look good from this angle right here. And LEGO does a really great job of that. There's not an issue with it. It looks really wonderful. I love how they have a printed piece for that door right there. Everything else, though, is a sticker, which is a little bit frustrating. Because, if you miss that sticker placement, it's really hard to put it back on, or it might just, be stuck there permanently misplaced. And, as the person building the set, you always tend to notice that more than the people looking at it. Overall, though, really great interior. It looks really smooth, really flat, really unique, really, really good. So it's going to be getting a 9 out of 10. I've already written that one down. As far as play features, we've got a couple that you can see. Now, I'm just going to use this Rebel Trooper for reference right here. You can see on the floor, we've got these 4 little pins. Each of these on these 4 different places will flick a minifigure out from where they're standing to look like he just got shot from the incoming stormtroopers. So if you give it a little flick, bang, he's dead. Super, super cool play feature. I really love that they've added 4 of them in there instead of just like 1 or 2. I know in the cantina, the Mos Eisley cantina, they have 1 of them for Han and Greedo, or 2 of them, I should say. But I really like them adding 4 of them makes this all the more better. Another great play feature that we have is with this back right here. This whole Technic pin works together to open this door right over here. Now you can see all you have to do is push this forward. It'll slide this whole compartment forward. You can see it moves pretty easily, just back and forth. And it just slides on some flat tiles right down there. So it looks really good the way how it does that. And what you can do is stand up Darth Vader right here on the doorway, make him look like, he just entered. If you want to use, they have this long pin coming straight back to here, so you can open and close the door from this angle as well. It's a little bit harder to push it from here simply because you don't have as much torque from like the back of it, which is why I'm not really sure why they included it from right here. I guess it's so that you can look straight at it and then be able to push it up like that, rather than like having to reach down and push it up from there. But I don't think it makes that much of a difference. It's more of a hassle, really. Really cool play feature, though. This is a diorama set, so there's not really a lot else besides that. Like, the fact that they included 4 of those, I think really sets this apart. It really, great play features for what they can have. Obviously, if it was like a regular set, not just a diorama, it could have had a lot more play features for sure. But it does exactly what it's supposed to. So play features is going to get a 9 out of 10, simply because this extra handle right here, I feel like could have been done better. Just doesn't fit as well with me. All right, moving on to interior. You could say that this whole set is an interior space. And for that reason, I'm going to be giving it a non-applicable category. I really feel like, this set, the whole thing is supposed to be the interior of a ship. So if you'd given me the entire ship, I could review the interior for you. And the design would more be the exterior, but in this case, the design is just what it is. So moving on to minifigures. This category I've been looking forward to. We have from left to right 2 Rebel Troopers, Captain Antilles, 2 Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, the ARC Trooper 5s and Darth Vader. And what's really awesome about this is that we don't just have 1 Rebel Trooper and Captain Antilles and only 1 Stormtrooper and Darth Vader. We get 2 Rebel Troopers and 2 Stormtroopers. That is huge for LEGO. And we'll talk about a little bit more about that in the cost, because this is a pretty costly set. But you are getting a bang for your buck when you get a total of 7 minifigures. And, okay, coming back to this, you've got some really classic minifigures, right? Captain Antilles, pretty essential to the set. I'd say the Rebel Troopers are essential. Stormtroopers, pretty essential. And of course, Darth Vader, which, by the way, we get this sick arm printing. You can see it right there and right there on Darth Vader, along with a nice cloth cape. And I can show you really fast, taking off his helmet piece. Very nice, movie accurate looking face. I feel like it could have been a little bit more gray instead of the white that it is, but it's good nonetheless. And then we have all these Rebel Troopers, which are accurate, very accurate to how they should be, with those silver blasters instead of black ones like the Stormtroopers. And another thing that LEGO has been doing, and you can see this with a lot of their Stormtroopers, they used to have all white male faces, which you can see that this one does. And I think it's canon that the majority of the Stormtroopers are male. I don't think we've heard a female one talking in like strictly just the movies, especially if you're looking just at the original trilogy. And you could probably infer that they are white males that are talking. But it is really nice that you're seeing LEGO include some diversity with this. And we also see this in the Marauder set. We've had a couple females with that. And also the TIE Fighter back there did also have a Stormtrooper that was not just a white male, which I think is really awesome. I think, you know, they can keep going the way they're going. Canonically, I think the majority of Stormtroopers are white males. And obviously we saw the faces of the Rebel Troopers in the movie. So it's accurate that these are white. But I love that they're including more and more people. This is great. Making LEGO a place where everybody can use it and not, you know, simply only having white males for the Stormtroopers. Because that's obviously, you know, that would be inaccurate, just guessing at like the size of the army, things like that. And last thing I want to talk about is the ARC Trooper 5s. Now, a lot of times people have been giving him hate from the LEGO community. From a normal buyer's standpoint, this is an amazing minifigure. If you're looking at him compared to, just say, any of the rest of these figures, with the exception of maybe Darth Vader, you can clearly see that he is the most detailed figure here from these amazing arm prints. Just to the chest and the leg prints, there's just so much going on. Like you can see like on the bottom of the toes of 5s compared to the Stormtrooper, you know, they just have the plain white, which is accurate to how they should be. Whereas, you know, 5s has this nice printing on the bottom right there, even if it's just a little bit. Very nice back plating. I can take this off where you can see the back print a little bit better. But just that little bit right down there, just very similar to how, you know, most of the clone troopers are, but it looks really, really good. And, you know, as maybe just person who's seen Star Wars a couple times, you would think, wow, this has got to be like the high-end selling point of the set. And for me personally, it was. I love the Clone Troopers. I'm very deeply invested in like the Clone Wars animated series, and also, you know, as a big member of like the LEGO community, I can see that there's a couple faults with this. To the normal buyer though, I think this is a great minifigure. To the normal person, one who's not really caring too much about, you know, the story behind 5s, the, you know, story behind how he came to be, or like even how other clone troopers are today, like he looks like a great minifigure. I love the cloth pauldron right there. I think it is better than like if they had a plastic one on the side. I think that's better. They could have had plastic ones instead of printed it on for that, those bands on the bottom for the feet, but that's fine. That's not a big issue. The blasters, I think that's very good. Instead of using just pistols or like a regular medium blaster like that, how they use this more specialized type of blaster, I think it looks a lot better, especially for an ARC Trooper. Giving you a quick look under his helmet, you've got a very accurate face to what all clone troopers should look like, but specifically 5s if you've ever seen the Clone Wars TV show. And you can also see right there, he's got printed on his face the number 5 for his number, his CN number, or CT number. Last thing I do want to point out, which is why, you know, he and a lot of other recent clone troopers have been getting some hate, is that you can see right underneath that gray tip right there, you've got that white circular piece. You can see it on the other side of the helmet. And now in the past, especially with older Phase 2 clone troopers, like from the Microfighter Clone Turbo Tank, for example, we would see just this circular piece right here. And that's how it should be, just the circular piece. There should be no inaccuracy about that. Just the circular piece, enough to fit one of these or a visor. That other white circle should not be there at all. It's not even accurate. It's not even close. Like, adding this in there makes it look so weird having both of them. And then also there's been, you know, stuff going around of clones being misprinted, like on the top of the helmet, the face itself being out of center, you know, and the feet and the chest, they're better because they're flatter surfaces, but the leg, the arm printing as well can be slightly off. Now, looking at this, you know, you can't really tell that anything's wrong. If you do look at it from a little bit up top, maybe, if anything, the line over here is a bit bent in farther than this line is bent in that way. But that's not something that I'm looking for, that I'm caring too much about. If you're somebody who wants to keep these on display behind a glass case the rest of your life that you're a Lego collector, go for it. And you can be concerned about that as much as you want to. For someone who's going to actually be using this, that's not very much of a concern. And, you know, it's a really nice looking figure. I love it, 100%. So for that reason, the minifigures are going to be getting a 10 out of 10. Lastly, moving on to the cost, I've got a couple things written down here. So today it retails anywhere from $55 to $45, and $55 is the official price on Lego.com, which is what I'm going to be basing the rest of this off of. And with all those minifigures that we just listed, they can account for as much as $33.61. Those stats come from Break Economy. It's a really great site for listing trending Lego values and getting accurate results about, you know, how much each of these will individually cost and how much they cost as a group. So if you were, for instance, like, you know, taking the set but reselling part or some of all these minifigures, you could definitely do that. You'd probably get around $30 if I had to guess for selling the entire lot of them. So with that being said, a couple more details about it. It is 502 pieces. A few of these minifigures, Vives, the 2 Stormtroopers, and Captain Antilles were exclusive to the set. Part of the reason why that got a great 10 out of 10 score, because, you know, those ones, you're only going to get them with this set. That Darth Vader too, yes, he is not exclusive to the set, but he's a really good looking Darth Vader, one of the best they've done so far. And so I'm really happy about that. And it is still available on Lego. Now, for $55 from Lego, you're getting a perfect minifigure lineup. You're getting a pretty good set. I really think 45 is a much more representative cost of this. I think 40 or even 35 is a much more representative cost of this. 35 may be pushing it with this minifigure lineup, but cost is not great. $55 for this entire set. It's not a very large set. Like I said, 502 pieces. You're not getting a ton for all these. I mean, you get a lot. Great minifigure lineup. If you're buying this solely for the minifigures, this is really good. If you're buying it for the set and the minifigures for $55, probably not the best investment. It will go up in value, but so does every other Lego set. So overall, I'm going to be giving this a 4 out of 10 for the cost. Definitely could have been maybe just $10 cheaper. Would have put that much closer to an 8 or 9 out of 10. All right, so with all that added up, excluding the interior, because as I said earlier, the set is really just the whole thing is an interior. It's going to get a 32 out of 40, giving it a 80% overall or a B- grade. And I just want to be clear, the cost is what's holding this back. This set is amazing, great play features, great design, amazing minifigures. simply astounding. You know, Lego community can be upset about how they make the clone troopers today. The regular buyer is not looking for that stuff. The regular buyer does not care about that stuff. You know, if you're someone who does care about that, like I do, I really do care about those things. And I think Lego should be trying to improve and trying to fix those, especially for people who are repeat customers coming back for every single new Lego product. But to the regular person, which I'm assuming most of the buyers of this set are, this is an amazing minifigure lineup. So given that, B- as a grade, not bad at all. You can see a quick look at the rest of these stats if you need to look over them again. Really would recommend this set for anybody who knows at least what this scene is from, and of course anybody who wants such an amazing minifigure lineup. Fun fact, this set actually has these Technic pins right here, which it comes with a few extra connectors. So if you buy 2 of them, you can connect the hallways and make it like one really long hallway going down like that, which I think looks really cool in the box art, but is not as cool in person when you actually do it. That's just a fun thing you can do. Definitely worth getting even more minifigures. I would totally do that in a heartbeat. Lastly, if you noticed any of these 3 sets back here during the video, I would highly recommend that you check out the rest of my channel. I have done reviews for that TIE Fighter, Captain Rex's Y-Wing, and the X-Wing, one of the best X-Wings ever made in my opinion. I would really recommend that you go check those out. Comment if you want to see anything else that I do in these videos. This is only my 4th time doing a video, and I know it's not the greatest, but it can be better. So, you know, comment things that I can improve upon. Any sets in particular you want to see, I have a really extensive collection, and I hope to be reviewing every single one of them one day. Thank you so much for watching.